Hi, I'm Alan Sagano. I'm the president of ADS Consulting Group, and today I'm here to talk to you about three critical disaster recovery tests. These are three tests that we run whenever we're going to do a full-blown disaster recovery solution for a client. They all should be included in your DR runbook. And the way when we were doing a DR implementation for a client, it was a legitimate question. The client said, "Hey, Alan, after we spent all this money with you, how do we know the stupid thing works?" And I said, well, our response was, after we test the heck out of it, we're going to fail over to your DR site. We're going to run there for a week, reverse the replication flow, and fail back. And if we're able to do that, would you be satisfied that it works? And they, well, yeah, because we did it. And so I said, that's exactly what we ended up doing. So the first test is what we call a bubble test. So after you set up your initial replication, you light up the replicated VMs in a bubble, and they kind of talk amongst themselves. What you're testing there is to make sure the replication is working, you're getting the replication on a timely basis, that you have your networking set up right, or at least inside, and you're also replicating the VMs that you need to replicate, which is also really important. And you can bring them up, which is also part of the test. So that's test one. We recommend doing that test at least quarterly because, VMs change and, oh my gosh, I forgot to replicate that one or the other one or whatever. The second test is a little more evasive, and it's what we call a non-bubble test. Basically what that involves is we'll shut down the production servers, do a replication over to the DR, start up those VMs in the DR site, and then expose them to the outside world, hence non-bubble. Check connectivity with the outside world, make sure that's all working, blah, blah, blah. Make sure there's no weirdness there, or like sometimes if you're doing credit card processing, right, you have to add a secondary IP because the public IP is showing up. Just try to get all that stuff squared away, and then you want to shut down that and then replicate them back over to production. And these usually have to be done over a weekend or after hours and bring up production. And that's the second test, the non-bubble test. The last one is what we call the full enchilada failover, where you basically shut down the VMs in production, fail them over to the DR site, right? Run there for a week or whatever long it is. Usually this is done over a weekend as well. Reverse the replication flow from DR back to production, and then fail back. When you've done that, and then update the runbook as you go, of course. When you've done that, then you are pretty well assured that your DR test is solid. We recommend doing that test at least once a year, or more often if you can. Semi-annually would be awesome. At least once a year though. So non-bubble or bubble tests quarterly or even more frequently. Non-bubble maybe once a quarter, and then the full enchilada failover, maybe twice a year or once a year. If you need any more information about how to configure DR, or you're thinking about an effective DR plan for your company, we can come up with a customized solution as well as go through all those tests and update the runbook that we just talked about. Send an email to info@adscon.com and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks a lot for listening. If you like this content, please hit that subscribe button and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.